So if I start putting in some like of volume here, it's gonna make some recordings. Okay, I will stop it at this point. It looks like it's recording 2 tracks. So, I've wanted to bring you along onto this experience with me being on the shed and then fixing a few things and getting things all set up and ready for like operations and works. As you can see right now, it's just all a mess in there. Well, it's not really a mess because you should have seen what was before in there. It was just something else. You wouldn't be able to really like what was going on in there. But now look at that. There's some arrangement. I can walk back and forth in there as it is right now. You can see me walking back and forth. So that's good. Just figuring out. I guess yeah. I'm just gonna like trying to like, what am I doing in this space? What am I gonna? And then setting up the camera. So I put the cameras yesterday, 2 days ago. No, that was yesterday, last night. So I put that in there. So this is the little milestone. I've wanted to be able to come here and just kind of share things and share what's going on. Some of the works that I'm working on and creating and putting together in the shed there. But I couldn't keep going and doing stuff. I kept on being there was one subconscious block, and this is where a really cool video from one of the ladies I'm following on YouTube really brought something out for me here. There was a subconscious block. The unconscious block was in the way, was being was stuck in my mind, was like I hadn't yet the subconscious block was I couldn't continue moving on ahead with my projects and keep on building and keep on arranging this space. And there was a subconscious block that I kept on kind of like ignoring for quite a little bit of time there. And what was that? It was the fact that I needed to have set up cameras in this place here so I could always show up here after having spent some time there and then put it out here to your guys here, right? So that was the one of the subconscious block that was kind of like kept me going. And I guess that's probably just the in this short video I'm gonna just talk about is just the very fact that sometimes you have an unconscious block that's kind of holding you back and you do not know what it is, and you're not actually moving forward in your operations. It's probably because you have an unconscious block which is that it because that one thing is not resolved, you keep on putting off everything else that needs to happen. And that happens to a lot of us in this life now, right? Like we have the you know so let me get back to the unconscious block. The unconscious block is like something that you want to do but can't do right now, and you keep on trying to be like wondering why you're not doing the very thing you want to do. You want to do it, but you haven't done anything about it because of the unconscious block, right? And that sometimes can happen. So, like, the other unconscious block for me was also being set up in the office space here. So you can see I'm just kind of like fidgeting around it, and I'm just being all transparent here and trying to be like come out here and be like, listen, you're not gonna have everything in place. So just get going. Anyway, I guess for me, this was the one thing that I wanted to get out of the way was to figure out what I was doing with my process. The process meant that I needed to be able to come out here, do some work in the shed, and come up here and then be just like put up the upload, for y'all to kind of see what was going on for me that day. Now I noticed that I wasn't always able to come back here and then be like, "Oh, look, this is what I did." I would always come back and feel like I hadn't done something. And the one thing that was always in my back of my mind was the fact that I had promised myself that I was going to be able to set up the cameras so that I could capture everything I was doing in the shed, and then just come up here and just be like, "Oh, look, this is what we did today. This is what I have for you today. This is." I capture the moment, document the process, but I wanted to do it in a way that was really something that was authentic. I didn't want to always have to be coming here and making edits and thinking about what I was doing. I don't want to think about what I was doing. I just wanted to be spontaneous in the moment. So I needed to have this set up first camera is ready to go. Every time I show up in the shed, I do some work, and I have content for you, and I just capture that what I was doing and bring it up to you. And the way I think is like, and I think this is art form, but it may not be art formed for a lot of people. Some people may think it's craziness to be able to make videos that look like this. This is junk on the editor. Look at that space. But listen, I'm just trying to get, put in the chops and the time and put in the reps, the repetition, the practice of being able to create this content and put it out for you to benefit from it, learn one or two things. So I guess I should close this up because I've talked enough, and I've talked a little bit about my subconscious block that was holding me back, and the intention and how I've been able to overcome it. And I've also talked about a little bit about how my process is going to be, how I'm going to be delivering my video content. And yeah, so if you found anything at all interesting in what I just said here, stop by again and say hi. And let's see if we can inspire each other to do some things that we've been putting off, and go get it. With that, I will see you in my next video. Later, buddy. Take care.